All right, my name is Emily Stumler, and I am going to give you an artistic approach to our screencast today with a look at the MOMA Museum of Modern Art. I came across this as I was doing the art and also with the science assignment for our field trip summer course. And I really like this website because, for one, I really love modern art and I think it's really easy to do with students. And some of the artists are a little bit more familiar with, or the students are a little bit more familiar with, like Andy Warhol with his pop art, or even with Van Gogh. So, um, I am going to use, the Smithsonian as my hook with my principal when I'm sitting down with her so that I could show her what I'm going to be doing in the lab and, the implications of how it meets not only technology standards but also the standards that the students are hitting in their content inside of their classroom with a regular teacher. But as far as for my screencast today, I'm going to take you and just show you a little bit about the MoMA. And as I click on the website here, and I'm just going to restart it so that you can see it's brought to you by an alien, but it's very kid-centered, very easy to use, and what I like about it also is all of the graphics and the links are really quick to download. So that's important for me because of patience and my students' patience. I'm going to go ahead and mute this so that I don't have it competing with my voice as I'm doing my screencast. But as you can see, it's very interactive. You can click on different things throughout the exhibit or throughout the website. Like if you wanted to learn more about this particular piece by Van Gogh, you can, or not Van Gogh, I'm sorry, by Pablo Picasso, you can, select his head and it'll tell you a couple different things about him, 4 facts. They tell you, of course, proper spelling, pronunciation. They give you ideas so that, if students wanted to go ahead and uh, try it on their own or try to, kind of use that artist style, they give them ideas there. They could look closer at the piece and look for different things, different elements. But being that, our principal took art out of the special area team this end of the school year, and that's going to be my responsibility as I enter the computer lab this fall to incorporate art. I've really kind of latched on to the different field trips and websites and resources that we've went to over the summer that have an artistic element to them, or they lend themselves more to the art standards. This is my first year teaching special area. I've taught in the regular ed classroom for 8 years, so I'm really excited not only to teach computer but also to incorporate art into the technology standards. Um, but as you can see, there's lots of different things you could have. Um, there's which I think is really important to always have information about the site, because you could also talk about with the students how credibility. But it's very easy to use. Some of the artist exhibits you can click on and they give you key vocabulary that's associated with that particular artist, the different mediums that he or she uses, or the different styles. Um, Now, in order to kind of, as an assessment after using this field trip, I would use like one of my ideas that I've came across through Pinterest. This is through one of the boards that I've developed in the past, my 21st Century's What. And one of the ideas that I have is that the students could take digital photos of one another using my iPad or digital cameras available, and they could duplicate that photo into, 4 square, or enlarge it or reduce it enough to where they had the same image of themselves on an 8.5 by 11, and they could either physically print the photo and paint onto it using watercolors, or they could use oil pastels, or really any type of art medium, and do it, in an Andy Warhol-esque type fashion, since Andy Warhol is one of the more well-known modern artists. And Or, to even kind of take the technology route, you could have the students take digital photos of themselves using an iPad or digital camera, and then they could digitally paint their image of themselves on the computer without really having to print it out and use up all that ink. I know that's a problem in our lab currently, is just the amount of resources that we go through. But, if you did the digital route, I could see myself, using the QR codes that would link to their actual photo or their actual piece of art that they could kind of pull up. If their parents come to conferences, they could scan the QR code and see what their child is up to at BIC in the art/tech lab. So I'm really excited about a lot of the resources that we've used this summer, but just to kind of take a snippet or look into my classroom for this fall for my screencast, I just kind of wanted to show you that I would be using the MOMA, and also that I would be tying it into actual physical art, or that I would actually be using technology, digital camera, iPads, and apps to also encourage the art as well. So thank you for listening, and have a good day.